Viewfinder. Stop record. Speech off.
Hi guys, this is VI Life with Kelly coming back to you with another video. If you are interested in finding out what my tips are on purchasing high-end luxury goods and you're on a budget, then keep watching. I am praying that you are enjoying these uploads as much as I am on the content. I would definitely love for you to become a subscriber and a part of my community. Please like and share and comment. I love seeing videos like these. I would love for you to share with me your favorite videos like these. And I appreciate you for watching my videos and definitely sharing and showing the love and the support. For the new viewer, welcome, welcome, and welcome. Do not be shy. Ask away all your questions. Share with me everything. I super enjoy this. And so let's get into it. Okay. So I have been enjoying designer items for my entire life. Some things I just never reached for them because I just felt like I needed to accomplish a certain amount of things for my personal self before I invested in thousands of dollars in designer items. For one, I felt like I should be a homeowner before I purchased certain, high-end exclusive items. I don't know. At different points in my life, I just had different priorities. And so, although I loved, the Chanel and the Louis Vuitton and the Gucci and everything like that, I would go for the styles but stay within the realm of a Coach or a Dooney or a Michael Kors, or, even a nice Ralph Lauren bag. And I still have a few of those bags in my collection to this day. One thing that I started noticing rather quickly when I graduated from those brands and just really wanted more and was enjoying more, was that there were things like outlets of these stores like Neiman's Last Call, and then there's an actual Neiman outlet store at different places in the United States. And then to find out about like off Saks Fifth Avenue store, which is their clearance store, in Nordstrom Rack, their clearance store, and then TJ Maxx in certain areas had designer items that you could purchase. Ours, TJ Maxx here in Buckhead, sells a lot of exclusive Chloe items and Gucci items and Valentino and Burberry, and I mean you could find everybody in there. And so just depending on where you live, if you go into those more exclusive neighborhoods, then 9 times out of 10 you would find, some treasures there. But also I found out that, a Neiman's would have, a clearance sale in the full line store, and then you could pick up items then. And like Gucci has a sale twice a year. One is coming up next month in June, and then they would have another later in the year. So there were times when you could get your hands on things you'd been, loving, from afar, at these different times. And then you could have times too where you could go into Saks Fifth Avenue and clean up on their sales when they're offering the gift card. So the more money you spend, then you get, your reward in a gift card. So maybe if you spent, a couple thousand, 5,000, you may get a $750 gift card. And so that would, pay for that cosmetic bag or that small leather good or that accessory that you had wanted, or those sunshades, or whatever it was. Those were ways you could still get these items that you've been loving now over the years. Now Macy's has gotten into the clearance game, and of course Macy's has Backstage now, Well, Backstage now offers the higher end designer items like MCM, like the Burberry, like the Prada, the Versace, and they're even going into the belts and the shoes and and the small leather goods, the wallets and the Valentino. They've even had Hermes in Macy's Backstage. And I am not talking about just a little accessory. I'm talking about a full Birkin. I have been in there several times and come across Birkins in there, plural. They had a red Birkin that was marked at originally like 15,000 and clearance down. I think it clearance down to between $5,000 and $8,000 before somebody took it off their hands. Then they had this beautiful cognac colored, and it was cognac leaning towards the orange shade, and with the gold hardware at Birkin, and that was listed like 15,000 retail. It clearance down to like 3,000 something over the pandemic, and somebody took it off their hands. It was missing the lock, but the lady that purchased it found the lock online at the Hermes and just picked it up for I think $400, and she got a $15,000 Birkin for 3,000 something with some tax on there, plus the $350 investment on the lock. Okay, you guys. So and they've had Fendi in there as well, and I mean, you name it, it's been in Macy's Backstage and it's over there. Another thing that Macy's, the actual department store, has started selling was Rolex and Cartier. Cartier. They had started offering the watch, the timepieces. And they, since then, the Lenox Square location hasn't had the Cartier in there. But they have continued and done well with Rolex timepieces, so they continue to share and offer those. So it's been a lot of ways. And one thing about Macy's, I will tell you, if you go in there to purchase those larger items, you have your eye on something like that, you want to wait until Macy's is doing the double rewards and the Macy's cash, because it's like I think it's like every $50 you spend, you're getting $10 if you have the Macy's card. And then like if you're just a bronze member, which means you've just registered for the rewards program but you do not have the Macy's card, it's like $10 per 100. But if you're purchasing something like a Rolex watch and it's originally 10,000 plus tax, right? And you're getting $10 per 100. Well, it takes what? 10 hundreds in order to get 1,000, right? So you've already gotten $100 per 1,000. So times 10, you've gotten $1,000 back on your $10,000 purchase, plus the points on the purchase. So you still got, all those points to use on the back end. So that's an awesome time in other ways to get your biggest bang for your buck, and to be able to save up for something you really, really wanted. If you're like me and you just really want that brand new piece, you really don't want to go pre-loved. Now, Dillard's has been offering pre-loved high-end, Prada, Fendi, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, items for quite a while, for quite a few years. They allow you to use your Dillard's card. You could do 12 months free, interest free, no financing. You could do that. You could also wait until they have their trunk show, where they give you like additional 10% off these items. And they have a lot to choose from. At different locations have, more than others. The thing about it is that is for someone who's looking for a certain year and certain features for sure, because the prices are like so close to the boutique, to going to the Louis Vuitton store. It's unreal. The prices are very close. And so it's like, if you're gonna spend the money and you're not looking for a certain year or certain features, then just go to the store. unless you want the option to use your Dillard's card, where you will get rewards points as well for those purchases, and you do get the option of having it now and paying it off over time. So those are the things that you could do in order to pick up these items that are pre-loved, and items that you can't get anymore at the store because they don't make, things like the Louis Vuitton Delightful, or things like the Pouchet accessoire in the Damier Ebene that you can't get anymore, and the Favorite and the Ava clutch. Things that you're just they're not there anymore. If you're looking for an on-the-go tote in the tie-dye collection, or if you're looking for limited edition items like a Speedy Marc Jacobs edition, or this new Steve brand Speedy that's going for like $5,000 out the store, if you could find a location with one. They had one in the Dillard's Atlantic Station location for $3,500. And so, that's appealing to you if you have a Dillard's card, or if you have, a Dillard's American Express or something like that. Then you can make that purchase, even though it's a pre-loved item, and you could pay it over 12 months, no interest, same as cash. And take the 3,500 times whatever the tax is, just for simple math purposes. We could say 3,600, and you need to make a payment of $300 a month for the next 12 months to have that paid in full. So those are ways to get your hands on luggage and handbags and everyday carry-alls, and keep-alls with the bandoliers, and the Speedies, and the small leather goods, the things you can't find anymore, like the LV multicolor, where you had the white background and the beautiful different colors of the LV printed across, the item, or you had the black background with the multicolor print all across your item. It's just things you're looking for, belts, and different leather goods, as well as like maybe sunshades and cosmetic bags, everything. So there's a lot of reasons why you may want to go pre-loved. Another avenue to pick up pre-loved items is Fashionphile. They're really good about allowing you to start a payment plan so you can secure the item that you want, pay it off over time, and then when it's sent to you, you're done. You can enjoy your item. It's a great way to get into luxury items without forking over the bucks. As far as if it's a $5,000 item, you may find get your hands on something for $1,000. Who knows? Some people, depending on how particular you are and how much wear you're willing to sacrifice on an item, you may find a $5,000 item that's $500 on Fashionphile. Who knows? But they authenticate and certify and guarantee everything, and they're willing to purchase the item back from you. It's not at 100%. It's like at 70% of whatever they sold it to you for. But that's comforting to know. If you get it and you're like, nah, you can get 70% of what you paid back, or sell it on your own. What's very popular here in Georgia is Craigslist. If you're down for that, I'm just bringing it up because it's very popular. And these Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, all those websites or apps that you can use to upload and make quick sales on items. It's extremely popular. If you're willing to gamble on authenticity, then that is something to consider. Here in Buckhead, the pawn shops here sell high-end luxury items. Jerry's Pawn on Piedmont Road Northeast, they have a ton of, they sell out of it quickly. Now let me put that out there. These areas and these stores that I'm sharing with you all, they sell out of everything like hotcakes. They cannot keep it. So if you want it, get it. The thing that's cool about shopping at Jerry's Pawn, and hi guys, if you're watching my video, is that They do have a layaway program. You can, I think it's like 10 or 20% down, so you could go in there and pick out your items and put that down and pay on it over a length of time. Now, some items are ineligible for the layaway program, so it's a case by case situation. So that's something to consider, but it is at a discount, so you can get your hands on Louis Vuitton limited edition fanny packs and Gucci messenger bags and things you haven't seen anymore, or that you're just like, dang, they didn't have any more of this. It's probably at Jerry's Pawn. They have the MCM backpacks that are really popular here. And so that's an avenue there. Another place to get your hands on high-end luxury items here. There's a boutique here off of Roswell Road in the Buckhead Triangle. If you're coming from Piedmont and you want to go head on and continue heading north of Piedmont until you get to Roswell Road by Landmark Diner, you're going to make a left there and continue straight past the Buckhead Saloon. Matter of fact, there's a restaurant called The Catch. On the left-hand side is a seafood restaurant. There's a consignment shop right there, nestled right next door, and it's called Be Chic. Be Chic. That is the cleanest, nicest consignment store I probably have ever been in. The lady is so nice, and her items are just pristine, and they're just great. Everything looks brand new. I don't care if it's been worn. It's so clean. And she has great items, from clothing to shoes to accessories to brooches to handbags that you want. Me, I'm in love with vintage Chanel that looks brand new. She had a red Chanel classic flap. It was the medium to large size, with the gold hardware. Absolutely stunning. This medium to large size would be classified as a jumbo now, because they've changed the sizes so many times. But easily $7,000. She had it in there for like $29.99, $3,000. She has Burberry, Louis Vuitton, everything. And of course, her items sell because they look excellent. I'm talking about no scratches on the hardware. It's brand new. The leather is just delicious. It's so clean. When I tell you her store smells wonderful, like I've been in a lot of places of consignment shops where it just smells like, salvage. And it's like, no way. You guys need to slow down the amount of traffic and things you're accepting and start cleansing. But no, every single time, year after year that I've gone over there, I don't care. The items are wonderful. So that's an area, a place. And I just mentioned that Chanel bag because that's just something that's been always memorable and made a lasting impression on me. But she has tons of items under $1,000 all day. And they're very nice, large size bags. I think that's what she likes, and she knows her clientele. So she keeps a large selection of the larger size handbags, and great prices. So that Be Chic Consignment Shop is another place you can get your hands on wonderful high-end luxury items for a fraction of the price. There was another consignment shop down, if you continued on down Roswell Road until it turned into Peachtree, like you're going downtown. There was another one. It was called Bella Bags, on the left hand side, on the same side of the street as the Be Chic. And it was exciting when they first opened because they had it all. It was a very large boutique that had everything. The Prada Peekaboos, it had Louis Vuittons all day. It had Hermes and different, that's when the H. Click Clack arm pieces were really the wrist, what do you want to call them? The wrist candy was popular, and like everyone wanted those so much and enjoyed them so much. They had those. They had the earrings that everyone enjoys, and they had the diorama and they had all kinds of Chanel. I saw the grand tote in there that was like only 1,700 or something like that. It was gorgeous. They had the different the small Chanel classic flaps. I mean, it was just all kinds of things. And when they first started out, it was wonderful. I mean, it was wonderful. They had a doorman, and it was just wonderful. You could enjoy shopping. You felt safe. It was a very appealing experience. But they've since closed, and that's that. I just mentioned that because that's one of those, goodies that you hate that's gone. Another place to consider to get into some high-end wrist candy, which would be your Rolexes and Cartier and things of that nature, is Icebox Jewelers right here on Piedmont and Peachtree, right next to the Men's Wearhouse. They have wonderful selection on the Rolexes in particular. Of course, they're customized, so they're not covered by the Rolex warranty, but they are covered by Icebox, and they're certified pre-owned. So they certify the diamonds, and they actually do give you the certificate. And so that's a way to get into that. They do have a good price on their watches, on their timepieces, and then they just have a wonderful collection of jewels, period. They really take their time. You can tell they put a lot into their collection, and so you're going to walk out of there with a nice significant piece of jewelry that lasts and that's enjoyable, and that you could actually, it's an investment. You could actually get a return on your investment. You could actually recover some of the funds or the investment that you've made on those pieces there. Another place that you could get high-end luxury items, believe it or not, is Fingerhut. I said this, guys. Fingerhut and Amazon. Yes, and this is why you watch my videos, because I give it up. I tell you guys where stuff is. This is what you want to know. I'm letting you guys know. Fingerhut has had Gucci sunglasses. They've also had the colognes and the perfumes by Gucci and Tom Ford. I have frequented the website, and I've come across it just really randomly, just like random searches, like, let me just type this word in and see what pops up. They've also had Fendi sunglasses and different items that have just popped up. So that is a retailer that basically helps people rebuild their credit, and by allowing you to purchase items and then pay these items off over time. And Amazon has had quite a few of high-end luxury accessories, and I have come across Fendi, I've come across Gucci there, Ferragamo. There's quite a few, and I haven't finished shopping, like searching and just shopping randomly on their website. But those are the three that I did, like intentionally, like, oh, let me type this in here just to see what popped up, and there were items there, guys. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed my video on things high-end luxury shopping that you can explore when you're just wanting to get in to enjoying designer items, or if you want to have options on how to pay, how to save, if you want to know places to pick up pre-loved items, or places where you can go into these locations and put your hands on these items, and the different options. Now, I would like to say Nordstrom is an excellent resource, Nordstrom.com, on high-end luxury items. If you can't find it in the store, then it's definitely on their website. And the thing I love about shopping at Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack is that you get points for every purchase. And I've told you guys this in other videos, and I use my Nordstrom notes to eat and have a nice lunch or early dinner, because their restaurants are wonderful. And so I love when Nordstrom has their double points. They'll have 5 times the points, and then they'll have their 10 times the points during their anniversary sales. If you have the Nordstrom card, then you get points even faster. All the time it's like double points, for your purchases. And so the Nordstrom notes equal $20, and it's really easy to rack up those Nordstrom notes during those events. So that's something to consider when you're shopping, where you're shopping, how to get your money back so that you can reinvest it in other things that really bless you and really help you feel like you've gotten a great deal. You've gotten this great, amazing product that you love, that you've been wanting forever. On top of that, you've gotten this cash reward, or you've gotten this gift card, and now you can get the matching wallet or the belt or the shoes or the scarf or the, whatever it is that you've been desiring, the lipstick or the eyeshadow or the skincare or the cologne, the fragrance. Whatever it is, you can go on and use that reward on that product. And it's like buy one, get one for free. You know what I mean? And that makes it even more special. Or even getting that great buy and enjoying it and knowing, well, this is, a $10,000 item that I basically only paid $9,000 for, and the value is going up. So in a couple years when I'm finished with this, keeping all things wonderful about this, I could probably easily get my 10 or my 12,000 or 15,000 for this item, and that happens all day long. So guys, yes, I love talking about, all things shopping. It's my therapy, retail therapy. I happen to be a personal shopper as well. I just got into that just because I just love it. And I happen to work at a few different big time department stores over these years, and it's like you make friends with your customers, your co-workers, with the vendors, and you just have conversations. You end up being at the right place all the time because the cycles of the stores and the sales, and you end up running across these great products, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is clearance down to $30. Let me buy it and put it online and see if it'll sell. And it does, and then you've made a couple hundred off of your $30 investment, and that keeps happening. And then you're just talking to people, and they're like, oh my God, I'm looking for this bag, and you're like, oh, I can get my hands on that. I was just there, and next thing you know, you're a personal shopper. So it's just something I do for fun. It's not really and truly a job like that. I'm hunting down opportunities. It's just, like I said, a casual conversation that turns into, oh, can you find this for me? It's like, absolutely. I already know where that is. And so that is a bunch of fun. I have to share with you guys some stories about some personal shopping experiences. But anyway, this is number 55 for me. Let me see. I think this is number 56 for me, you guys. I have a challenge of 100 videos by May 31st, 2021. And so this is video number 56. So I only got 44 videos to go, guys. Super excited. Help me build this community. I'm looking to have 500 subscribers and over 4,000 views by May 31st, which is exactly 10 days away. So let's do it, guys. I got 44, so that means I gotta get 4 more videos a day. And before, I hit the sack, I'm going to have to get at least a couple more videos done. So that's what I'm doing. I'm staying focused. I'm a faith mover. I'm manifesting what I believe. And I will see you very soon, as in the next one.
Speak Viewfinder. Stop recording.